Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 14 of Women's Wrestling Focus, brought to you by SEScoops and hosted by me, Ella J of a Wrestling Gal podcast. Now, today we are here to talk about all things Impact Wrestling Knockouts division, specifically with the return of their Knockouts Knockdown special coming up this Saturday, October 9th, coming back for the first time in about 4 years. Now, Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim announced a few weeks ago prior to tapings that the Knockouts Knockdown event will return coming up on October 9th, filled with a lot of women's wrestling action, and it will air on Impact Plus and Impact Ultimate Insiders on YouTube. And this is the first time, like I said, in 4 years, where it was last held in Orlando, Florida, that it will be returning after previously also being held from 2013 to 2016. So we're in for a bit of a treat as women's wrestling fans. There's going to be a lot of action. So without further ado, let's break down my preview to Impact Wrestling's Knockouts Knockdown. Now, firstly, as announced by Gail Kim herself, the Impact Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo will again be defending her championship against another mystery opponent. Now, Deonna is no stranger to mystery opponents after previously defeating Thunder Rosa at Slammiversary back in July. And again, she had no idea who her opponent was going into that matchup, and it was a great competitive matchup. Again, Thunder Rosa is one of the top female athletes in professional wrestling today as a whole itself. So that match was incredible, but like I said, Deonna is no stranger to having mystery opponents in championship matches. But again, in that situation, Deonna showed up, showed out, and again, successfully retained her Knockouts championship. But this time around, we have no idea who her mystery opponent will be. So I'm personally excited to find out who it's going to be. We've seen some fantastic outside competitors come into the Impact Zone this past year since Deonna has been running this Knockouts division. So the possibilities are really endless. But one thing is for certain, Deonna Purrazzo is at the top of her game right now. And any competitor who steps up to the Virtuosa is going to have a long night ahead of them. So I have no doubt it will be a great match with whoever it is, but I'm interested to see who Impact has up their sleeves for this Knockouts Knockdown special, because it's all about women's wrestling, so they got to bring in one of the best women's wrestlers today. Am I right? Nevertheless, it's definitely going to be a marvelous match. And in addition, we also have the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships set to be defended, as Havoc and Rosemary, collectively known as DK, are set to defend their championships against the Influence, known as Tenille Dashwood, and the recently returned Madison Rayne. And this one is specifically really interesting because you have this newly formed tag team of Havoc and Rosemary who are no doubtably kind of creepy, and going against people like Tenille Dashwood and Madison Rayne, who are kind of used to the glamour of everything, and again, it's all about them. So this one is going to be a kind of cool mixture of two completely different sides of the spectrum. So I'm super into this, actually. I have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, Madison Rayne is no stranger to the Impact Knockouts division. She recently retired earlier this year, but she came out of retirement, so it's going to be interesting to see her in action again and really fully show what she is capable of, what we all know she is fully capable of, especially against some tough competition like Havoc and Rosemary, who are no stranger to championship gold. Madison Rayne is also no stranger to championship gold as well, as a former multi-time Knockouts champion. So I don't know what's going to happen in this one, but I know it's going to be very, very interesting, especially because you also have their outside companions coming in to like Caleb with a K. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's definitely going to be one to watch, specifically just to see what Havoc and Rosemary have up their sleeves from the Dark Realm. I have no idea what is going to happen here, but it's probably going to be otherworldly. So So we will see what happens. You never know what Havoc or Rosemary are going to do. They're two of the wildest but also highly intense superstars in the Impact Knockouts division. So I have no doubt that they're going to bring their A game, but also cannot count out Tenille and Madison, as they kind of have some sneaky ways up their sleeves as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But the main event for Knockouts Knockdown has been confirmed. We do not know the competitors in the matchup for this one, but it was also announced that this Knockouts Knockdown special will also feature a Monsters Ball match in honor of Daphne, real name Shannon Spruill, who was one of the first of two women to compete in the Monsters Ball match against Taylor Wilde over a decade ago. So again, the competitors in this matchup have yet to be announced. It is likely a multi-person matchup, but again, nothing has been confirmed as of this recording. But this one is super, super special because as we all know, Daphne sadly passed away just over a month ago. So it's absolutely incredible that Impact is honoring her because, as again, she did have a tenure in the Impact Zone, part of TNA back in the day. So I think it's really, really cool that they are honoring her and kind of bringing back the Monsters Ball match. So I am super, super not only emotionally invested in this, but I'm really amped to see who's going to step up and compete in this special matchup, especially in honor of a wrestling legend like Daphne, who a lot of the time goes underrated and underappreciated. So I'm really glad that Impact is stepping up and doing something to honor a former knockout. So I have no doubt that this match is going to absolutely rule. And again, in honor of Daphne, you have to go big or go home, especially also with Halloween coming up in the Monsters Ball match. So again, we don't know the specific competitors in this matchup as of yet, but I have no doubt it's going to be one to watch for sure. And also on the card, Gail Kim also recently confirmed that an 8-woman one-night tournament will be going down at Knockouts Knockdown, where the winner will earn a future title opportunity for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Now, whether that be Deonna Purrazzo, maybe that be Mickie James, maybe that is the mystery opponent for Deonna coming up this Saturday, it's up in the air who's going to walk out of Knockouts Knockdown as champion. So there's a lot of implications riding on this match. But in terms of this tournament, one of these 8 ladies will walk out of the tournament, not only as the winner, but they will be getting a future title opportunity for the Impact Knockouts Championship. And this tournament is super compelling because 4 Impact Wrestling Knockouts will be facing off against 4 outsiders outside of the Impact Zone, who are also 4 of the top women's competitors from around the world. And as of this writing, all 8 competitors have been confirmed. And so obviously on the Impact Knockout sides of things, we obviously have Chelsea Green, who is no stranger to the Impact Zone and Ring of Honor and NWA, as she has been everywhere since returning to Impact. And we also have Tasha Steelz, a former Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champion. And you also have Rachel Ellering, again, a former Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champion. And of course, you have one of Su Young's undead brides, Brandi Lauren, who was announced as the 8th and final competitor in this tournament. And of course, you can't forget the 4, outsiders in this tournament, who are 4 of the top women competitors in the entire world today. Obviously, you have Jamie Senegal, the lovely Jamie Senegal, who competed at NWA Empower. And similarly, you also have 2 other ladies who competed at NWA Empower. You have Renee Michelle, and no stranger to the Impact Zone, who made her Impact debut a few months ago, Lady Frost. And of course, you have possibly the biggest free agent in professional wrestling right now. You have the legendary, the iconic, the veteran Mercedes Martinez. And again, this tournament, again, has Mercedes Martinez, Lady Frost, Renee Michelle, Chelsea Green, Tasha Steeles, Jamie Senegal, Rachel Ellering, and finally Brandi Lauren. And what an elite list of names to be competing in this tournament. Now, as of this recording, no first round matches have officially been announced as of yet, but regardless, it's going to be absolutely insane to be able to witness the magic unfold before our eyes. And plus, Mercedes Martinez is returning to in-ring action. And I'm super excited to see her in the Impact Zone in the Knockouts division again. Who knows what could come of this tournament? Perhaps one of these 4 outsiders could become an official Impact Knockout. It's very, very possible. And what happens if an unsigned talent goes on to win the whole thing? Again, we don't know what can happen, but this tournament has so many promising leads and there's so many probable winners. And again, I have no idea who's going to be winning this, but if I was a betting lady, my money is on Mercedes Martinez. But also, I feel like you can't count out Tasha Steeles either. Again, and we've never kind of properly seen Tasha Steeles versus Deonna Purrazzo. So again, I'm kind of intrigued by that possible matchup as well. So there's a lot of possibilities in this tournament, and whoever walks out better be ready, because whoever is the Impact Knockouts champion is going to be put on notice. So we're going to see what's going to happen, but it's going to be super, super exciting. There is so much women's wrestling action set for this event, and not only beyond the ring, and not only besides the action in the ring, Impact has also recruited a killer announce team. Melissa Santos is the ring announcer. The play-by-play commentator is the lovely Veda Scott. And the color analyst is, ironically, Deonna Purrazzo's opponent for Bound for Glory, Mickie James. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe they get a little in-ring action. Maybe Mickie will interfere in this championship match that Deonna has a mystery opponent for. I mean, who knows? We've definitely seen the tensions run high between those two competitors specifically, so anything is possible in the Impact Zone. And Christy Hemme is also scheduled to appear in some capacity on this event. So again, this whole card, again, we don't know everything, but this whole card as of right now sounds absolutely stacked, and I cannot wait to watch this magic unfold before our eyes. We have, obviously, the Monsters Ball match tribute to the late Daphne. We have Deonna Purrazzo going against a mystery opponent. We have this amazing 8-woman tournament where the winner will go on to an Impact Knockouts Championship match at some point. And we also have the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships on the line, and perhaps, maybe even more. But nevertheless, this Saturday, October 9th, is going to be absolutely incredible. Women's wrestling fans are in for a huge, huge treat, and I have no doubt in my mind that Impact will deliver once again as one of the best women's divisions in the world right now, if not the best. So this again is just going to be another great display of the women absolutely killing it in Impact and rising above and raising that bar where women's wrestling should be. And so I am so proud to call myself an Impact Knockouts fan. They've been absolutely delivering and over-delivering and constantly putting on great performances in and outside of this ring. And so I am so stoked to be able to watch Knockouts Knockdown this Saturday. It's going to be incredible, and there's so many things that could happen. It's so cool that they are bringing in outside independent talent for this card and getting to mix it up with some first-time matchups, not only in this tournament, but possibly even with Deonna Purrazzo's mystery opponent. So it's going to be so, so fun. And again, Knockouts Knockdown is airing this Saturday, October 9th on Impact Plus, and it's also available on Impact Ultimate Insiders on YouTube. And I am so happy that this event is coming back for the first time in 4 years, because women's wrestling is alive, and it is so well right now, especially in the Impact Zone. The Knockouts division has been slaying it for many, many years now. And again, this is just going to be another example of them stepping up and delivering. So This is a great time for women's wrestling fans to be alive, much like myself. So there we go. That is your preview for Impact's Knockouts Knockdown special coming up this Saturday. It's going to be incredible. I'm super stoked to be able to watch it. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to SEScoops YouTube channel and this video down below. Let us know. Let me know. So let me know down below, who is your pick to win this 8-woman tournament that's coming up this Saturday? Is it Mercedes Martinez? Is it Chelsea Green? Is it Brandy Lauren? Is it Tasha Steelz? Renee Michelle? There's a lot of names going into this. Again, it could be a shock. You never know. Tournaments are always unpredictable. And so you might think one person is the ultimate winner, the obvious winner, but there's always dark horses who have shown up and proved that they can go the distance. So nothing is for certain, especially in professional wrestling. Expect the unexpected. We'll see what happens, but regardless, let me know down below your predictions for this Saturday's Knockouts Knockdown event. There's a lot riding on this card, and again, it's a great time to be a women's wrestling fan. And again, we are now into the season of fall, but women's wrestling is still very much heating up. It's such a hot commodity right now, and one of my favorite things to talk about. So again, thank you so much for joining me on episode 14 of Women's Wrestling Focus. This is Ella J signing off.